Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Jeff here. Today I have another video of Brawl Stars, and in today's video we'll be doing a top 10 glitches in Brawl Stars. Okay, so for number 10 it's the well-known green glitch. So this isn't really a glitch, but I thought I would just put it in just because I know a lot of people actually don't know about how the green glitch actually came. So it's actually created by Molt, so the YouTuber Molt, with over 2 million subscribers, and it was just a joke because they were just winning so much. The entire screen, like the entire game room screen, was filled with green, like game one. So he called it green glitch, and it's still used until today. Not as often, just because you know, it's a lot of players have been playing like for this much time, and it's just like it became kind of common. So that's not really a glitch, but that's why it's number 10. So let's move on to number 9. Okay, so we're basically moving from like the more normal glitches to the more game-breaking glitch. So for number 9, it is just the elixir getting stuck on the water glitch. So it only works in 1,000 lakes, I think, just because the lake in the middle is quite big. So how you want to do is want to be Piper, and then I think it can also work with other brawlers, but Piper is just the easiest because she has the lowest health, and most likely this will only happen in friendlies because in ranked games it doesn't really matter. So what's gonna happen is you need to be able to have your super, obviously, and then you need to really time it correctly so that when the crow hits you, you need to be around like 1,000 health ish. I would prefer doing it at 1,100 health, and then you have to jump last moment when the crow's poison is about to kill you, so that when you die, you're like in the middle of the pond when you die. So then when you die, the elixir will just drop on the middle of the pond. No one can be able to get it. It's just, unless you're like a Daryl or a Bull and then you super, I mean, it'll be kind of a waste of super. I guess you do get 1 elixir or maybe 2, but like, yeah, it's just basically stuck there. There's really nothing you can do about it. So yeah, so let's move on to number 8. Okay, so for number 8, this is just a visual glitch, and again, you're not actually going to be able to do this, and it won't benefit you at all, but it's just a visual glitch. So what it's going to allow you to do is it's going to basically allow you to buy a default skin for 0 gems. So of course the default skin, you can't be able to buy it, and it's basically how you want to do it is you want to quickly click, you want to be on the, let's say like the Colt Rockstar skin, you want to be able to be on that, and then you gotta click the buy button and then switch over to the normal default Colt skin, basically one after another. So you want to click on the buy button, and then like a split second after, just quickly click on the switch button. So, and of course you also have to be, if you already have the Colt skin, you actually can't do it that way. You have to have one of the skin not bought, so you can actually do the glitch. So like I said, you're not actually going to be able to buy the skin for free because you already have it. If you do try to press it, it'll say like TID and whatever like the brawler name is in the files. So that's just a pretty neat glitch you can try on your friends, I guess, to fool them. But yeah, so that's it. Let's move on to number 7. Okay, so for number 7, this is a little glitch that, like I said, it's patched already. And what it is this is back in portrait mode, as well as when organized team was still a thing. And what people would do is they would have like a Discord server with a list full of people that you can trust and you can't trust. And those people that you can trust, they will all spin together in the middle. And then they basically, it was back in when health and damage was much different. It was all like divided by 4, and so they would all get around to like the 100 health digit, and then they would all spin in the middle until the gas comes in and kills them all. And what would happen is, since they were all, their health was around like, you know, let's say it was all like 600 health ish, so they would all die at the same time because the gas would kill them all at the same time. So then they resulting in they would all get first place at the exact same, they will all get first place. So it was literally everyone in that game would gain 7 trophies, at least the one that did it. And so it really didn't take much skills. So it was just a little thing that was quite annoying, just because it didn't take skills to win trophies. It's kind of like teaming right now. But yeah, let's move on to number 6. Okay, so for number 6, this isn't really like a game glitch that Supercell created. It's more like an Apple glitch. So this was back in portrait days when it was only Apple users, like iPhone users, iPad users. There wasn't any Android users that could play the game. So what happened is, well, what happened was there was a glitch in the Apple company basically, and it would allow this language you can see on the screen right here. This is actually a word in Telugu, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And what would happen is, this didn't only happen in games, this happened literally everywhere. So you can send this little message to anyone, and they literally, it would just crash their phone. They could never, whenever that message is on, like let's say they sent it through Snapchat or whatever, or Instagram, every single time they open app and that message loads, it would crash your phone instantly, resulting in people like in Brawl Stars, they would just send it in bans. They would join bans, send a message, leave, and no one could play Brawl Stars. So until that one update came where people could update the iOS, and then it would just stop the spam, they would just go, what a lot of people would do is they would just go on Reddit. If you needed help for your ban to spam the chat away, as long as that message isn't in the chat history, you're all good. So what would people do? People would do just join bans, spam, get the message away out of the chat history. And yeah, so it was pretty annoying. A lot of people actually got banned in game for it, because yeah, they just did it so much. So you know, it was a really annoying glitch. But let's move on to number 5. Okay, so for glitch number 5, I believe this is still in game, and it's actually a pretty useful glitch. And what it is that brawlers such as Frank and Nita, sometimes Spike can also work. You can actually hit people through walls. I'm pretty sure for like some of them has already been patched, but it's really just kind of like, I don't really know if there's actual precise place that you actually have to shoot at towards the wall, but it definitely works against boxes, and sometimes it can also hit brawlers. But what like the difference is because boxes have bigger hitbox and brawlers doesn't, so that's why you can actually hit boxes easier than you can hit brawlers. But it has to be a one block basically, so you can actually hit things, you can actually hit whatever is through it without actually, you know, hitting it. You just hit the wall and it basically just registers the hit for some reason. So I'm pretty sure it's still active, and it's actually pretty cool. Like I said, you can literally see here I'm standing behind the wall and I'm still hitting through the wall, so it's pretty cool. Obviously not always going to be used in, you know, in ranked games. It can be pretty useful, but most of the times you're mostly not gonna actually get that one hit off. So yeah, it also works. I haven't tried it with Spike. I'm pretty sure the one with Spike has already been patched, but definitely works for Frank and Nita. So definitely go try it out. It's actually pretty fun. Definitely kind of frustrating if you're the one that's getting hit through the walls. So yeah, let's move on to number 4. Okay, so for number 4, it's actually a really cool glitch. So what this glitch allowed people to do, well, okay, first of all, it's already patched already. So this glitch works with both Daryl, Bull, and yeah, so it's only Daryl and Bull. And what would happen is you would have a Shelly, and then when a Daryl or Bull supers, right when the Shelly supers them, the Bull and the Daryl would just literally fly across the map, and it would literally be in the air and just flying across the map. So right here you can see, shout out to Lex, by the way, for letting me use his gameplay. And it's just, you would just fly across the map, and I guess wherever you were supposed to be, you would still deal the damage, except for you actually can't take damage because you're in the air, I guess. So it's a really weird glitch. Obviously it doesn't happen that often, and like I said, it only happens if both Shelly and the Daryl or the Bull supers at the same time, and it would just kind of fly. You just kind of fly across the map, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on to number 3. Okay, so for number 3, it's actually really fun. So what it is it is triple, well, you can have 3 players on one dual showdown team. So this sadly only works on friendly battle, but yeah, you can't do it in rank just because it only happens in friendly battle. It's kind of like triple or like duplicate brawlers in friendly matches. Supercell hasn't patched it yet, so that's good news. And that's just basically, I guess, because it doesn't really affect the game. It's friendly, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, definitely go check it out. I actually did a video on this, so if you do want to go learn how to do it, I did explain it on my video how to do this, and you know, I explained it pretty well, I think. So go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But let's move on to number 2. Okay, for number 2, this is where the fun actually begins. So this glitch works in both ranked and friendlies. For now, we're doing it in friendlies just because it's much easier to organize. But yeah, you can definitely do this in ranked games, and it's actually really hard to do. But because what you have to do is, this is kind of like Royal Rumble, how when you reach 13 minutes and 14 seconds, the game just has a countdown, and yeah, the matches end. So it's just exactly the same for Smash and Grab. So what you want to do is, there is a max gem limit, which is 29. You have to have all of those gems on the ground. One thing to keep in mind of is that once you do collect, or let's say you have I think it's around like 14 gems if you have on the ground, and just like that, no one has any gems, it won't spawn any more gems. So you have to pick some up, and then more gems will start spawning. Once that does happen, you have the opponent kill you, and then you pick up some more gems to have basically reset the countdown, and then more gems will keep spawning. You do that, keep doing that until you see that no gems are spawning, and you can even pick up all the gems, group them into one place, see if you have 29 gems. If you do, it's basically just a waiting game. It's also, I'm pretty sure it's also 13 minutes and 14 seconds, so you just really have to wait 13 minutes until basically it happens. So what's gonna happen right here, like you're seeing, 0 gems, and it's just a countdown. I'm just checking my recording because this is just really cool. And my opponent actually picked up the gem. Doesn't really matter, we're still gonna win for some reason even though we have 0 gems. So yeah, that's number 2. Let's go check out number 1. Okay, so for number 1, this is probably the most game-breaking glitch that has happened in Brawl Stars. So this glitch can be worked, well, back then in Portrait when this happened, there wasn't any friendly battles, so you can do this in ranked games. As well as what people would do is they would actually go into practice with bots, and they would practice the timing and get it perfect so that when they go into ranked game, you can do it. Because for this glitch, you can super with the ball. And let's say your super was Bull, like you can charge, or like others such as Primo, Crow, Piper, where you can go to jump with it. You can jump with the ball, literally jump with the ball into the goal. So it was a really cool glitch, and it's also really power because there's no way of stopping it. Once you're in the process of it, it's an instant goal. You can't super it, you can't stop it. It's a goal. Once you do it, it's a goal. So this is really game breaking. But obviously the timing was the hardest part. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took quite a long time to edit, but yeah, it's definitely really cool. There's a lot of glitches here that obviously are patched, but it's still really amazing how players found it out. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.